Welcome to the Winecast with me, Latricia Marie, coming from Dierbergs, West Oak location. They have some of my great wines, my favorite wines. Let's take a look. So we're here at Dierbergs, West Oak location. I'm giving you the lay of the land. I come here a lot, like I said, and I really like their wine selection as well. Over here you have your reds, the Cabernets, your Syrahs, you even have your Merlots and your Pinot Noir over on this side. I apply the same technique to this grocery store that I do other grocery stores, 3 rows and up. Why? Because you're going to get a better deal, better tasting wine, and they have a lot of deals over here. So as you can see, as we move through the aisle, we have your 10% off. That you have signs that tells you they have Wednesdays 15% off bottles when you buy 6 or more. But when you look from your 3 rows up, you can actually see a more variety, like Sonoma County, Columbia, and they have a good selection in Napa Valley as well. Like you got Educated Guess. That's really good. I like the 2019. You have another one where it's my go-to, my beginner wine, as I say, about 4 years ago. Louis, I call it Louis, but it's Louis Martini. And I like this brand of wine because they have different years that you can taste, the different grapes, the different harvest seasons, how did the grapes turn out. And I will say the 16 is probably one of the smoother out of Sonoma counties that I've had. 18 is good too. 15 is a little bit more dry, but just research, Google while you're here with the app that I told you about for is looking at wines. But that's another great one to try here because they have so many different years, but it's always the same price. So that's a little tip just in case. As you move down, you have your Merlots, 3 rows up. It's certain brands that I just don't drink, honestly, because the research I've done, how it processes in your body. So I kind of stick with certain brands when it comes to Merlot from here. But I do like this particular brand here. It's really good. They have a cab that's a 2014 that's really good as well. So this brand is really, really good here. As you keep coming down, of course, you have your Pinot Noirs on this side of red blends. Now, I do come over here and get wines for my husband to cook with because when he makes his red sauce, he's either going to go with a cab or he's going with the red blend. I don't know why, but it tastes great. When you come to the store, know what's on your end. That way you can kind of narrow down instead of being overwhelmed with what type of wine to pick. So we're going to come over here to the whites. This is one of my favorite sections. Why? Because it's not overwhelming. They actually have a good selection. And again, you're getting a bang for your buck. You don't feel like you just wasted some money on some nasty wine. But I really like their wine selection. They have, this is one of my favorite go-to Pinot Grigios. I'm going to bring that one to you. But ain't that bottle pretty? But I picked it out because it stood out. And of course, I always tell you, take down the bottle, read the back of the label. It's not going to hurt anything. As long as you don't break it, then you have to buy it. But I like this wine. It's 2021. And I think this is a good wine that you can sip to that's not too heavy for you in a bold flavor. But it gets you there and it's a little sweet. So I like this wine. If I had to come here and get it, and this is the only place that I've ever seen this wine at. Maybe Total Wines have it, but I've been to Total Wines and I've never seen it. Dierbergs has a really, really good selection of whites that you should come here and try as a newbie to wine. Or you can come over here to their really nice section, which is one of their top wines that you will find. They have great signs. They give you a breakdown of what the wines are. Be aware that sometimes the year may not match, but it's in the same zone. And because the quality of the brand that's making it, it's really going to be a really good wine. They have Quilt, one of the ones I brought you. So if you don't have a wine and cheese next to you or near you, this is Dierbergs. They can get you your Quilt, okay? Which is also a good one to try. But I like how they have this layout because it's easy to read. It gives you a better understanding of the wine that you're about to pick, and they give you reviews from their people who actually have tasted the wine. And there's a guy here. Of course, every store has a wine guru that's in charge of this section that you can ask questions. It's okay because you're spending your money and you want your taste buds to taste something good, right? So this is the section that I do come to a lot because sometimes they have, most of the time they have my Louis, that's the Napa Valley one, instead of the Sonoma County. I do come here. They actually have one that people love a lot. I still haven't brought this one to you, but this is one that you should try. This is Dierbergs today. Thank you all for letting us come here today and tour, and you all come here and get some wine to sip on. Have a good one.